Welcome to our video on neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that play a crucial role in the functioning of our brain and nervous system. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating world of neurotransmitters, examining their diverse functions and highlighting their importance in regulating everything from mood and memory to movement and motivation. So let's dive in and uncover the secrets of these remarkable molecules that shape our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Acetylcholine is synthesized from choline and acetyl coenzyme A by the enzyme choline acetyltransferase. It is primarily found at neuromuscular junctions, where it triggers muscle contractions, and in the autonomic nervous system, where it regulates heart rate, digestion, and other involuntary functions. In the central nervous system, ACH plays a crucial role in attention, learning, and memory formation, particularly in the hippocampus and cortex. Dysfunction in acetylcholine signaling is associated with neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's disease, where there is a progressive loss of cholinergic neurons. Dopamine is synthesized from the amino acid tyrosine through several enzymatic steps involving tyrosine hydroxylase and aromatic L-amino acid decarboxylase. It is primarily produced in areas of the brain such as the substantia nigra and ventral tegmental area. Dopamine pathways are involved in reward processing, motivation, movement control, and emotional regulation. Dysregulation of dopamine signaling is implicated in various neurological and psychiatric disorders, including Parkinson's disease due to dopamine depletion and schizophrenia associated with altered dopamine transmission. Serotonin is synthesized from the amino acid tryptophan by the enzyme tryptophan hydroxylase. It is primarily produced in the raphe nuclei of the brainstem and is widely distributed throughout the brain and spinal cord. Serotonin regulates mood, appetite, sleep, aggression, and sexual behavior. Alterations in serotonin levels or receptor function are linked to mood disorders like depression and anxiety, as well as conditions such as obsessive-compulsive disorder and eating disorders. Noradrenaline is synthesized from dopamine by the enzyme dopamine beta-hydroxylase. It is produced mainly in the locus coeruleus of the brainstem and is released throughout the brain and body via the sympathetic nervous system. Noradrenaline plays a key role in arousal, attention, vigilance, and stress response. Dysregulation of noradrenaline signaling is associated with conditions like depression, anxiety disorders, ADHD, and post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. GABA is synthesized from the excitatory neurotransmitter glutamate by the enzyme glutamate decarboxylase, GAD. It acts as the primary inhibitory neurotransmitter in the central nervous system, counteracting excitatory signals and promoting neuronal inhibition. GABAergic signaling is essential for maintaining the balance between neuronal excitation and inhibition, contributing to functions such as anxiety regulation, sleep, and muscle relaxation. Dysfunction in GABAergic transmission is implicated in disorders like anxiety disorders, epilepsy, and sleep disorders. Glutamate is synthesized from the amino acid glutamine by the enzyme glutaminase. It is the primary excitatory neurotransmitter in the central nervous system, involved in synaptic transmission, learning, and memory. Glutamate acts on various ionotropic and metabotropic glutamate receptors, mediating fast excitatory synaptic transmission and slower modulatory effects. Dysregulation of glutamatergic signaling is implicated in neurological disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, epilepsy, and schizophrenia. Endorphins are a class of endogenous opioid peptides produced in various parts of the body, including the brain, spinal cord, and gastrointestinal tract. They act as natural painkillers by binding to opioid receptors in the central and peripheral nervous systems, inhibiting pain signals and producing analgesia. Endorphins also contribute to feelings of euphoria, pleasure, and well-being, particularly during activities like exercise, laughter, and social interactions. Opioid drugs, such as morphine and heroin, mimic the effects of endorphins but carry a high risk of addiction and overdose due to their potent pharmacological actions. Histamine is synthesized from the amino acid histidine by the enzyme histidine decarboxylase. In the brain, histamine is produced primarily by neurons in the tuberomamillary nucleus of the hypothalamus and functions as a neurotransmitter. Histaminergic neurons project widely throughout the brain and modulate various physiological processes, including wakefulness, arousal, attention, learning, and memory. Dysregulation of histaminergic signaling is implicated in sleep disorders, cognitive dysfunction, and psychiatric conditions such as schizophrenia. Adenosine is derived from the breakdown of adenosine triphosphate, ATP, and adenosine diphosphate, ADP, in cells. It acts as a neuromodulator in the brain, regulating neurotransmitter release, synaptic plasticity, and neuronal excitability. Adenosine receptors are widely distributed in the central nervous system, and adenosine signaling plays a crucial role in sleep-wake regulation, promoting sleep and relaxation. Caffeine exerts its stimulant effects by blocking adenosine receptors, leading to increased alertness and arousal. Endocannabinoids are lipid molecules produced on demand in response to neuronal activity and synaptic stimulation. They act as retrograde neurotransmitters, diffusing backward across synapses to inhibit neurotransmitter release from presynaptic terminals. Endocannabinoid signaling plays a role in various physiological processes, including pain sensation, mood regulation, appetite, memory, and neuroprotection. The endocannabinoid system is targeted by exogenous cannabinoids, such as delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, from cannabis, which exert psychoactive effects by binding to cannabinoid receptors in the brain. Nitric oxide is a gas neurotransmitter synthesized from the amino acid L-arginine by the enzyme nitric oxide synthase, NOS. Unlike classical neurotransmitters, NO is a gas that diffuses freely across cell membranes, acting as a signaling molecule in a paracrine or autocrine manner. Nitric oxide signaling is involved in regulating blood flow, synaptic plasticity, neurotransmitter release, and immune response in the nervous system. Dysfunction in nitric oxide signaling is implicated in various neurological disorders, including stroke, neurodegenerative diseases, and neuropathic pain. Substance P is a neuropeptide neurotransmitter belonging to the tachykinin family, synthesized from a larger precursor protein called preprotachykinin A. It is primarily found in the peripheral nervous system, where it acts as a neurotransmitter and neuromodulator involved in transmitting pain signals from peripheral sensory neurons to the central nervous system. Substance P is also present in certain regions of the brain, where it modulates various physiological functions, including mood, stress response, and inflammation. Dysregulation of substance P signaling is implicated in chronic pain conditions, migraine, depression, and inflammatory disorders. Neuropeptides are a diverse class of small protein-like molecules that function as neurotransmitters or neuromodulators in the nervous system. Oxytocin and vasopressin are two well-known neuropeptides produced in the hypothalamus and released by the posterior pituitary gland into the bloodstream. Oxytocin is often referred to as the love hormone or bonding hormone due to its role in social bonding, maternal behavior, trust, and empathy. Vasopressin, also known as antidiuretic hormone, ADH, regulates water balance, blood pressure, and social behaviors such as aggression and pair bonding. Dysregulation of oxytocin and vasopressin signaling is implicated in social deficits, anxiety disorders, and mood disorders. In conclusion, neurotransmitters are the unsung heroes of our brain, orchestrating the intricate dance of neural communication that underlies every aspect of our experience. From the thrill of a rewarding experience to the comforting embrace of a loved one, neurotransmitters are there, shaping our perceptions and guiding our actions. By understanding the role of neurotransmitters, we gain insights into the inner workings of the brain, paving the way for innovative treatments for neurological and psychiatric disorders. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification button for more interesting content. Until next time, take care.